Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, guys. Another day passes without any action, guys, and it's getting pretty frustrating, annoying, ridiculously irritating in regards to this ownership and this part ownership, this vanity project, whatever it is. We're going to get into that very soon, guys. But please, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, please don't forget to smash a like on the video. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for joining me today. It is annoying, I know. And you know what? The last thing I want to do is been coming on this channel and you know what? Moaning, having a moan, having a groan. That's the last thing I want to do, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, we have to speak the gospel. We have to speak the truth. This is the way it is. Unfortunately, our football club is in the mud right now, and we have to talk. We have to talk about our football club. What's going on, guys, with our football club? Today, Jadon Sancho has come close to a deal with Juventus. Now, look, this is under one stipulation, that he gets paid $7 million as a leaving gift, a parting gift for himself to leave Manchester United. If, holy mercenary. What is going on there? You know what I mean? I mean, rich enough. Oh, Jadon Sancho, tell me you don't understand. You don't love football more than this. He only cares about the money, the chubby sod. That's all he cares about. You know what I mean? I've said this many times. Stop making stupid people rich. That's what we need to stop doing. Stop making stupid people rich, because that is what they are. Stupid people with a lot of money. And I will leave only if I get paid. So all that money that we got from Chelsea, right? All that money, that 5 million that we got from Chelsea, half of that's gone towards Mason Mount. Another half is going to go towards Jadon Sancho leaving. So it defeats the point, doesn't it? It defeats the point of them even giving us any money, because that's all going to go. In fact, we're in the red now in regards to the Jadon Sancho malarkey. It's ridiculous. Incompetence. I mean, Jadon Sancho is going to take his money and he's going to go elsewhere and he's going to get more money. Guys, my opinion, my humblest of opinions, let the guy rot in the reserves. Send him to reserves. Let him rot in the reserves. Don't give him a leg to stand on. Let him rot in the reserves. Don't give him anything. That's what I say. Hope everyone's doing good. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Hope you're all good. Big up, Chanjay. How you doing? Hope you're good. Good to see you. Big up, Yale. What's going on? Pay it and get this headache out of the football club as fast as possible. Big up, Danny B. Hope you're doing well. This just goes to show you what mercenaries play for our football club. At the end of the day, what greed. What's going on in the world right now? I mean, have you got people like this greedy guy at our football club? It's unbelievable, isn't it? They don't love the football club. They probably know nothing about the football club. You could probably sit Jadon Sancho down in a room and ask him a few questions about Man United. He probably wouldn't know anything about it. He probably doesn't know who the Busby Babes are. He probably doesn't know who that is. He's just interested in his pocket. That's all it is. Guys, Sancho and Stam are no different. Both twats. Big up, Fergie. Big up. I always knew that we have to pay the prick off. We talked about it on here before, pal. We have to pay the prick off, yeah, but we pay his wages off. But you know what? One thing I'll say, it doesn't make it any sweeter, does it? At the end of the day, And what the whole point of this is like we sent Jadon Sancho on loan, right, to Chelsea, for them to cancel the loan again. Okay, they gave us $5 million, right, something like that, £5 million, right? They gave to Man United. Then we had to pay half of that to a Mason Mount thing, a Mason Mount transfer. Then now we have to pay another 5 towards Sancho. So in reality, it's cost us more money, that bloody Chelsea transfer, than it has anything else. It's ridiculous. We got 5 million from Chelsea. Throw it out. No, we didn't get 5 million. It's gone to It's gone to Mason Mount. Half of it went to Mason Mount. Now we're going to get 5 million back at him, and that we're going to now be 2.5 million in the red. Average, roughly, of course. FM, good afternoon, Sal. It would be difficult to get Mbeumo if not the Forest wanted to sign wrestler. I'm not sure about that. Brentford did just sign Henderson. Brentford signed Henderson today, so that's not a bad buy for them at the end of the day. Is there any news regarding Garnacho? Nothing at the moment, but there is a little bit of news in regards to Napoli. What I'm hearing over here in Italy is that Napoli are heavily interested in Garnacho, but they're only willing to pay up to 45 million for Garnacho, which is absolutely criminal, to be honest. When you're looking at the market right now, it's absolutely criminal. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, I would much rather Sancho and Rashford go, do you know what I mean? And then obviously Garnacho go as well, after that. But, we can't be accepting peanuts for these players. Unfortunately, the nature is of the way we've done things over this last year or so that our players are not in a very good PR ratings, if you know what I mean. They're not on the very good terms with reputation. You know what I mean? So obviously now teams around the world are going to be like vultures. They're going to be like, you know what? We'll take him off your hands. 45 million. We'll take Garnacho off your hands. We'll take him off you. Give him to us 45 million when we know he's worth bloody nearly double that. Big up, Darren. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Danny B, you know what is sickening, Sal? Is the Strasbourg bought Ayodele. That means Chelsea basically signed him. I thought that he was better than Collier, in my opinion. Ayodele left Man United, yeah, and only had a couple of friendly games, didn't he? And we looked at him and we thought he was incredibly talented. Now it's sort of slapped us in the face because Collier's always injured, and Collier has a problem with his injury record now, and another bad one, guys. I mean, you look at Carreras going to Real Madrid. We were playing Amrabat at left back, guys. We were playing Amrabat at left back, and we let Carreras go to, leave. We let Carreras leave, and we were playing Amrabat at left back. What kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense is that? It's ridiculous, the way we've been running this bloody football club. It's ridiculous, I just can't wait until we clean slate the whole thing. Just get rid of everyone and just have a clean slate. And that includes the Glazers, by the way, and Ineos, by the way, because they're the ones. You know what I mean? Danny, really pissed me off yesterday, Ayodele to Strasbourg. Me too, mate. You know what I mean? Me too. At the end of the day, I've always said that you always have to give youngsters a chance. Alex Ferguson once said that you seldom, if you give youth a chance, they seldom let you down. And you know what? They stagnate, if you don't give them a chance, and then they end up. Now, look, another one is bit us in the face, Danny. Another one is biting us right in the backside again. We only get peanuts for him, I think. We get a little bit of peanuts for him and stuff, which is ridiculous. The way Chelsea do deals, the way they sold Vega, how much did they sell Vega for? 30 odd million or something like that? They sell players that don't even play for them. Are they part of the cartel? What is going on with Chelsea? What is going on with them? I mean, they're selling Madueke for 52.3 million or something like that. And we're trying to sell Garnacho, proven Garnacho, by the way, for 45 million. What is going on with Man United? Guys, I just cannot fathom. They need help. They need someone to talk to them. They need someone to get them down and say, look, guys, this is not good, bruv. You know what I mean? This is not good. You need to sort this out, mate. You know what I mean? Ephraim, so is it true Garnacho banned from training? Garnacho isn't, but he's been told that he's been given permission to sign for another club. He's given time to sign for another club. I believe he's got time off and to find another club until the end of July, I believe. And so that is what this situation is at the moment. And there is a number of clubs. The good thing about this whole regime in regards to Ruben Amorim and stuff like that is that Ruben Amorim has been told under no uncertain circumstances that he can put his foot down. He can tell players what to do if they don't work hard. He can tell them what to do, and he has the power to do that. That's a good thing. At the end of the day, he has the power to do what he wants to do. And in the past, other managers haven't quite had that power to do that. And that is one good thing, a small good thing, a little token of a gesture, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Something, it's a small thing, isn't it? That he's allowed to do what he's allowed to do, which should be the case anyway, regardless. Kevin, no update on Mbeumo at the moment. Unfortunately, Mbeumo is close. We're waiting for that deal to be done. I said it yesterday that I believe that this deal will be done during the release of the new jersey. I think this is what will happen. I'm not 100% gospel, but I believe that this will happen. The new jersey will come out, and then Mbeumo, you'll see him, and it will happen. Don't be surprised if that happens. But it is becoming a little bit of a farce, isn't it? It's becoming a little bit of a joke. How long they've taken, nearly 2 months in doing this bloody deal, since the first time he agreed to come to Man United. It's ridiculous, isn't it, guys? Ephraim, so if we cancel the first games of the season, who do you think that it will affect him? if we cancel effect two, mate, effect two. There's lots of people who can affect. Sancho is a disgrace. And Pratt does not deserve a football career. I hate the guy and I hate Liverpool. Like I hate Liverpool. Darren, I mean, I agree, mate. To be honest with you, I'm really shocked that we have these mercenaries playing for this football club. And I said it a long time ago in regards to Garnacho, the lazy git. I mean, I said it a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? And people are jumping on these. Oh, no, stop bullying him. Stop bullying him. Stop bullying Jadon Sancho. Stop bullying him. I remember I posted a video of him doing those half-assed press-ups and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, that it's the small details that count. The small details that count, and everyone started jumping on my back. Oh, stop bullying him. You're being a bully. You know, people getting all sensitive and all that and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Big up, Darren. They are letting Amarim down big time by letting Garnacho returns if the player is winning again, Sal. Do you think it'll happen in Sancho? Absolutely, Danny. Man United, regardless who the player is, shouldn't, if they've done what Garnacho has done, the first thing I would expect from Garnacho, before he even thinks about walking back to Carrington is an apology. That's what I would expect. I would expect him to say, look, you know what? I was emotional. I wasn't feeling myself. Blah, blah, blah. I apologize. I let my manager down. I let my teammates down. That would have been good, wouldn't it? That would have been nice that if he could have done that. But no, these players, they have such an ego. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be deemed weak, do they? That's what it is at the end of the day. And this is the problem, you know, that we're facing. This is exactly what we've been saying. The cultural problem at Man United runs deep, guys. The cultural problem at Man United is ridiculous. Absolutely. Ephraim, I did mean it affects the owners if you cancel games. Yes, Ephraim, it does affect the owners big time. The only time that the ownership have ever responded is when Man United cancelled the game against Liverpool that time. That's the only time that they responded, and they made some sort of Skype call with the fans and stuff like that. That was the only time I saw the board react. It does, because it hits their pockets. It hits the pockets. And what also happens is that if the games get cancelled, the Premier League are going to put pressure on the ownership of Man United. They're going to say, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Because it does distract a lot of people. And that, unfortunately, I don't want to be one to be doing these things, but unfortunately, this is what Man United need to do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Kevin, it scares me that there's no goalkeeper links. Yeah, I think we're going to be having goalkeeper links at the end of the transfer window, Kevin. I think that will be the last thing that we'll be looking at the moment. I think the most important thing for Man United at the moment is obviously the outfield players, and then we're going to be concentrating on the goalkeeper. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. I'm feeling that they're okay with Onana at the moment, but you know what? That's not to say that we're not going to be looking at a goalkeeper at the end. At least I hope we are, because it is a big problem at Man United. And anyone who doesn't think that the goalkeeper is a big problem needs to go to Specsavers, need to look at what they're looking at, and that includes Ruben Amorim if he sees anything in Onana. Exactly, Danny B. Danny, we haven't had an apology for Sancho yet, have we? You know, when he disrespected the fans, you know, and that is the most important thing. You could disrespect the club, you could disrespect the manager, you could put the club in disrepute. The most important thing is the people who backed you. The people who backed you. And I backed Garnacho all the way, guys. All the way. And he needs to come out like a statement and say, look, guys, I'm sorry. I'm passionate. I was so upset that we lost the final in Europa League. I just couldn't hold my emotions. And I'm sorry. I want to play. I want this club to win. Maybe do something like that. You know, just soften the blow a little bit. And then maybe people will be more inclined for him to come back to the football club, isn't it, Danny? You know what I mean? But unfortunately, we're not going to get that. We're not going to get anything like that, because they don't really care about this football club. They only care about their own greed and their own ego, you know. Absolutely. Get rid of that. Ephraim. So is there news about Vlahovic? Nothing at the moment. Nothing is fast coming in at Man United at the moment. And the one thing I'm pretty shocked about is the lack of news surrounding Man United. There is a lack of news. You have to squeeze it out of a stone, like squeeze the water out of a stone, so to speak. This is the news in regards to Man United. Nothing going on at the moment. Ridiculously quiet at Man United. And now, that's not to say something is not going on behind the scenes. Something might be going on behind the scenes, but they're keeping their cards very, very close to the chest. Now, what do I think of this? I think this is very disrespectful for Ineos. I mean, the way they're doing things. Now, that is when people start speaking sinisterly, if that is even a word. People start being sinister. You know, they start saying things, of course, which they have a point to do. You know, they have every right to do that. You know what? The way that Ineos are just completely annoying the fans, considering how bad we were last season, fans have every right to worry. Fans are worried about the football club. at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And they have every right to worry about this football club, considering we came 15th last season. So I would like communication from the ownership. I would like the ownership to come out and say, look, you know what? We are doing this. We're doing that. We're doing that. About a month ago, they come out and say, look, we've been planning for this window. We've been planning for this transfer window for months, and we are ready. We are calm. We are relaxed. Didn't they say that from the horse's mouth? Didn't they say that? And now look, here we are. Liars, deceitful manipulators is exactly what they are. And that is how I see them at the moment. Liars, deceitful manipulators. And you know what? I've even had people speaking over here in Italy. We've been speaking about Man United. I've been speaking to various people about Man United. And guys, you know what? They're telling me, goodness me, what's going on about Man United? Why are Man United so bad? And I was telling them, trying to explain it, and they couldn't believe some of the stuff I was telling them, you know, about the football club, about where we're going at the moment and what we're doing, you know, how we're penny pinching, how we're, you know, players have power and players are, you know, causing havoc at the football club and stuff like that. Big up, Grail. Sancho was a payoff. Not really surprised. Not really surprised. Greedy as hell. Absolutely. Yeah, we all know we have to pay him off, Kenny. Sal, do you think Amarim will be here next season? It's a tough question, mate. It's a tough question whether Amarim will be here. I hope he is. I hope that the player power doesn't win. This is exactly what I've been saying for a long time, guys, about player power, about how we needed a full sale, we needed the Qatar owners in, because the Qatar owners could have paid off Sancho's contract, they could have paid off Rashford's contract, they could have paid off Luke Shaw's contract. That's what we wanted. These guys can't do that. They can't afford to do that. Everything we pay out is going to go off our books. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Rumour is Jadon Sancho rejected 180,000 a week to join Chelsea. He don't care about football, guys. There's a World Cup coming at the end of next season. He don't care about football. He doesn't care about football. But isn't it weird that we get a player, right? We get a team that comes in for Man United, right? We have to pay a player off, right? We have to pay a player off when we push them out the club. But when a team bids for the player and buys the player, why are we still paying him off? Why? No other team in England does this. No other team does this. Well, like, teams buy players and that's it. It's over. You don't see, you know what, Newcastle signing Elanga and then Newcastle pay Nottingham Forest off 10 million for Elanga, do you? You don't see that, do you? It's fishing. It's a chancer. He's a chancer. At the end of the day, you have to pay off players when you want to get rid of their contracts. You want to end their contracts. Why are we the only club when a team like Juve comes in to sign Sancho, right? And we have to pay Sancho off, even though Juventus have purchased him and bought him. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Sir Jim is very happy to Chelsea deals. I'm surprised he's not trying to buy players from Chelsea. Yeah, absolutely. Grail, big up Grail. Come on, guys, to Special Light. Don't forget to Special Light, guys. Thank you so much. They are making the Amarim job very difficult if they do not sign players, ASAP, the right manager with the wrong players. And this will tell you, if they don't back this manager, you know what's going to happen. This is the Ephraim, that the next manager who walks in is going to have exactly the same problem. If Ruben Amorim is having this problem, the next manager's going to have this problem. Now, I don't think that they're going to sack him. I don't. And I don't think he will walk. But I do hope that he is backed, you know, because I know that the fans are going to get on his back. I know they're going to get on his back. I know they're going to jump on his back. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I know they are. And it will be unacceptable and ridiculous and counterproductive to bring in a manager like Ruben Amorim and not back him at all. Ephraim, Sal, I think they are dragging in Mbeumo deal so they do not sign any more many players. That is a good point, Ephraim. They could be doing that as well, dragging it on to the end of the window. Darn. We've run out of time. Damn, we've run out of time. Do you know what I mean? You know? And Mbeumo not done today. It will drag on to next week because people Brentford take the weekend off. Apparently, but then again, Brentford have done work in the weekend. They're doing work in the weekend this weekend. You know, so all these excuses, I don't fall for all these excuses, Danny. I really don't. I don't fall for none of these excuses with them. I don't trust Ineos. I don't trust the Glazers. I don't trust any of them. They're absolute liars. They're deceitful. They tried to drag out this window, just like Ephraim said right there. They're trying to drag out this window so they can't sign that many players, you know? Kadesha, what's going on? They are acting like that you can't do multiple deals at once. They're acting like they have no eyes and no arms. Yeah, exactly, Kadesha. Big up, Kadesha. Hope you're doing well. They're acting like they have no eyes and no arms. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what they're acting like. And, trying to deceive and manipulate the fan base. That is the thing, Trying to deceive and manipulate the fan base. That's one thing that annoys me the most, right? There are players around the world, right? Players around the world who we have mentioned on this show numerous amounts of times. Players that are affordable. Players that are talented. And where are we? John Arias might go to Nottingham Forest. Another one that is going to bite the dust, the Fluminense player. There's going to be lots of players leaving, going to teams in the Premier League, but where Man United to be seen? We're nowhere to be seen. It's like we don't want to spend anything. It's just like you know what I mean? At the end of the day, nothing. We don't want to spend it. We're going to make it many excuses as possible. And this is exactly what I said on this morning's show, right? I firmly believe what Man United are doing at the moment, right? What Man United are doing at the moment is that they're dragging this out, keeping Man United content, right? In regards to the level that we're at. Blaming money problems, doing that, manipulating the fan base, lying to the fan base, right? Until they get to this regeneration project. And when they get to this regeneration project, they've won. They've got the money. And that's what I'm believing is going on at the moment. And I think they're trying their best to spend as little as possible. Like the guy said in this chat, on this chat, you know what? They're trying to manipulate us so that when we get to the end of the window, we've run out of time, guys. Sorry. We've run out of time. It's all over. We've run out of time. Danny, excuses and a bunch of bluffers and a comment. Exactly. Guys, look, you know what? As I said, Jim Ratcliffe, you just need to look him in the face to know he's a con man. Those of the people who are less on the smart side couldn't look at Jim Ratcliffe and see a con man. As soon as I saw Jim Ratcliffe walk into Old Trafford, right, in the first meeting in regards to the takeover, as soon as I saw Jim Ratcliffe walk into Old Trafford with that raggedy lunchbox, whatever he had, and dressed like a tramp, I said, that guy is a con man. Look at him. Look at the way he smiles. He's like, his face is made of glass. It's going to smash. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And then you see the entourage of Qatar walk in their suited and booted and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Danny. They're clearly dragging the Mbeumo deal on purpose. I agree with that, Kadisha. I think they are. I think what they're doing, they're waiting for this shirt release. I mean, I could be wrong, guys. Don't hold me to it. But I firmly believe they're waiting on that shirt release so that when Mbeumo comes out, they're going to sell some shirts. You know what I mean? They're going to sell some shirts. Ephraim. So I heard Morgan Gibbs White is off. I haven't heard anything about it at the moment, about Morgan Gibbs White. Very good player, of course, gone to Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know if it's off. Let me just check. Let's check if it's off. Madueke, that's a strange deal, isn't it? Nothing solid at the moment, guys. No, it's been here we go. I think it's going to be Nottingham Forest prepare a complaint to the Premier League for Morgan Gibbs White move to Tottenham. Nottingham Forest are working on potential legal actions. They believe Spurs' legal approach to the player. Sky Sports. What I would say about that, right, is that the deal won't be off, but Spurs could get fined. If they're deemed to be doing any illegal approaches and tapping up players, as that's what they call it, isn't it? Then they will be fined, but the deal will still go through. Fergie, it wouldn't surprise me if they're taking so long so they save money on wages and only pay him the old when the season starts. Good point, Fergie. Look, at the end of the day, Fergie, what I would say, is that I wouldn't put anything past them in regards to narratives like that. I wouldn't put anything past them because I believe that is the sort of thing that they would do. They probably will do that just to save on money. 250 grand, 200 grand a week, right? 200 grand a week on Mbeumo, 180 grand a week. They could save about 500 grand, isn't it, until the end of the season, to the start of the season. Good point. Kevin, we might end up with Nicholas Jackson. God blimey, can you imagine? I'm rather Erasmus, Kevin. Sal, when you have when you have no work, what will you do? What you will do? What do you mean? What do you mean? I always have work, mate. At the end of the day, Man United are my job at the moment. Man United is what I do full time. Watch-alongs, everything at the moment. That's what I do, guys. Big up, Sal. We are getting close to 50 million and the sales of Elenga, Carreras, I know you're dearly, and yet we are still penny pinching over a couple of 4-bit and Mbeumo. Look, I said it at the beginning. I said it at the end of last season, LT. Right? I said it at the end of the season. Do not be manipulated by I'm talking about in general, right? Do not be manipulated by Ineos. What they're doing, what they did last season is that every little word that came out their mouth was a negative, right? They were talking about, oh, we got no money, we got FFP, PSR, we're not in Europe, la, 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 la. That was what they were doing, right? This is what they were doing. But I was saying counterproduct them. I was trying to go against, and I was looking at it on the other side. I was talking about how much money Man United are making that they won't mention. They won't mention, and they will not mention Alanga, Carreras, or Yadeli. They will not mention these players. You know, they won't mention it because they don't want to be deemed to have money. So they have to go out there and sign players. They want that money in their pocket, mate. That's what they want. They want that money in their pocket. They don't want to be having any conversations about, you know, Carreras money. Do you know what I mean? And things like that. Pathetic, isn't it? And I can see through it. I can see through it. Not officially yet. I mean, if it's off, it's off. But not too bothered about Tottenham, to be honest with you. If I'm being real, guys, if it's off, it's off. Nothing's official. It is a complaint. That's about it. Once it goes. Let me just have a look at something else. Once it goes to, is it Court of Arbitration or something like that? Sport. It's nothing official at the moment. Nothing official at the moment. Okay, so look, in regards to Vlahovic, Man United have apparently begun talks with Vlahovic. Okay, this is what's going around at the moment. Man United apparently talking to Vlahovic. Now, guys, look, we were apparently talking to Ederson yesterday, you know, and the day before that, we were talking to, you know what, whoever it was, you know, at the end of the day. These are the buzzwords that come out, okay? The buzzwords that come out. What is going on at the moment, Man United are not talking to anyone apart from Mbeumo. That is what's going on at the moment, right? So Man United can quite possibly go behind, you know, the club's back and say, look, you know what? You want to come to Man United? Something like that. A little verbal agreement and that's tapping up as well, isn't it? At the end of the day, we kind of tapped up Mbeumo when you think about it. Yeah, but it doesn't mean the deal is going to be off. It just basically means that, you know what, they're going to be fined and they're going to be held accountable for it. So, look, you know, what I would say is that, yeah, Man United could be interested in Vlahovic. Man United are interested in Vlahovic. I've spoken on this channel a few times about Vlahovic over the last few months. Man United are interested in Vlahovic. We've been interested in him for about a year. And Man United signing Vlahovic, I don't think is a bad idea. But the only problem I have about Vlahovic at the moment, guys, and I'm going to bring this up really quickly. So I'm going to bring this up, guys. Okay, so let me just bring this up. So Dusan Vlahovic. Now, guys, I'm going to share this with you, okay? So let's get here, if I can get it in English. Blood clot. Blood is not even in English. Everything I have is in Italian. All right, let me get this. Okay, so let me just write this and let's go to. Let's go to. Okay. If I can find it. If I can find it. Okay. Here we are. Right. Let's go to injuries and suspensions, okay? Injuries. Let's go to injuries. So here we are with Vlahovic, okay? So Vlahovic, injury problems, okay? So we got to look at this. It's very important that Man United look at this kind of thing because I think it is very important that we look at this, guys. And let's have a look. So Vlahovic, injury record. Look at this, guys. So we're going down, guys. So look, 1920. Look at these injury records, guys. Last season, he had 14 days off, 9 days off, 17 days off. The season before that, 12, 8, 21, 15. This is Vlahovic's injury record, guys. Incredible, isn't it? Just look at that. Should Man United take a risk on Vlahovic? I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm a I'm a bit conflicted with it. Should we take a risk with Livic? Ephraim, I mean, what time makes you enjoy? What free time makes? I mean, in free time, what makes you enjoy it? Family and friends. You know, going out, gym, running. I do things, all sorts of things. Eating. Yeah, absolutely. Going out to bars and relaxing, chilling out with friends and stuff like that. I enjoy that. And the wife. Hi, speak up, Steve. I suppose us having 50 million a year for the Glazers interest payment is having an effect on us also. So why did the Ineos decide to keep the Glazers at the football club? Why did they facilitate the Glazers? Why did they go to bed with the Glazers? If you know, I don't want to hear anything about it, because at the end of the day, all it is that the Ineos facilitated that. They facilitated that. They're to blame for that. We could have had that gone. All that money, all that interest, gone. But you know what? Ineos thought they had become the savior. Ineos thought they would be the guys to save the day. We're here to save the day. You know? Bollocks. Cornish, good to see you. Can't believe YouTube signed me out of your channel. Back now. Why? What happened, Cornish? What happened? Who signed you out your channel? Don't know. Makes me laugh. Ineos are scrimping on Mbeumo, yet they cough up 5 million to get rid of Sancho. There you go, Cornish made. There you go. That's it. Look. Last season, right? People were telling me Man United do not have money to sack Erik ten Hag. They said it to me numerous amounts of times. We do not have money to sack Erik ten Hag. Lo and behold, the lights in the heavens are coming down. Guys, we sack Ten Hag and we get Ruben Amorim in and we spend the money. Where did that money come from? Wow, you know? Everything that has come from Ineos over this last, how long it's been now? 6, 7, 8 months. Everything that's come from them has been a negative, whether that is cutbacks, making people lose their job after 25 years, people on mortgages, people on rent and stuff like that. Heartbreaking stuff, you know? And we got Jim Ratcliffe. Oh, well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, and then you got Gary Neville at this moment in time, and in the stadium, because it's a stadium, the stadium is not very good at the moment in time. That is basically what Gary Neville is, because Gary Neville wants to look after hotel football at this moment in time, conflict of interest at this moment in time. All he cares about is that. He doesn't care about what goes on the football pitch. So let's not be deceived by that at the end of the day, because this is exactly what they are, the manipulators, guys, absolutely, at this moment in time. Kevin, Dusan Vlahovic is a free agent. Yeah, he is. Injury prone, though, and would want heavy wages, Kevin. 350 grand he was on a week. Can Man United afford to pay that much money? I mean, remember, we're making people redundant. LT, that money can pay off Sancho and add what's needed for Mbeumo. And for me, if we don't get Gyökeres, which seems to like he's going to Arsenal, then Watkins is our best of top 10 proven striker. 60 million for a 29-year-old, another bad thing. He can't score, no, exactly. Sal, realistically, how many players will we sign? 3 or 4, mate. Realistically, that's what I'm predicting. I said that from the beginning, but 3 or 4, guys. Jacob the Walker, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Good, long time no see. I hope you're well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're blessed. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Yeah, look, you know what? It is a bit of therapy. It is a bit of a miserable stream. Unfortunately, it's going to be like this until we get some good news. I cannot fabricate news out of the air. I cannot pretend there's good news. Do you know what I mean? And pretend that everything is all rosy and fluffy clouds and unicorns. It's not at the end of the day. And we have to face reality where we are and what is going on at the moment. And these people have to be called out. And I'll do everything I can, every single show, to talk about this, to speak about it. You know what I mean? I would, at the end of the day, because I believe Man United deserve better. Man United fans deserve better. Most of all, the Man United fans deserve better. We do. What we've been through over this last 12 years, 13 years, it's absolutely nothing sort of a disgrace, Disgraceful. But it can get better. My feeling is that Man United will make signings. My biggest concern is that Man United are running out of players to sign, good players. It's not like the 90s when we used to have players everywhere that you could sign. My biggest concern is that Man United are going to run out of players to sign. Transfers are going to become slim. There's not going to be many players out there that fit the bill. For example, strikers, Gyökeres, Osimhen are gone. They're all gone. They're gone. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Man United are going to find it very slim pickings to find a striker. You know what I mean? Anywhere near as good as that. Now, you've got the likes of Vlahovic, Myself, the next one on 9 would have been Mateta. That would have been for me. I would have liked Mateta at Man United. I think he's a beast, an animal. I think he scores in the Premier League as well, so that would have been brilliant. But at the moment, there was little rumours going around over the last 24 hours about Ekitike. Ekitike could quite possibly, still have a chance to sign to Man United. Don't believe that. Man United are not going to sign Ekitike for that price. They're not going to sign Ekitike. He's going to Liverpool, guys. Ekitike at this moment is going to Liverpool. Right, there's no reason to say that, Ekitike is going to come to Man United. It's absolutely nonsense, you know what I mean? And, we want things to happen. We want there to be news. We want us to be linked with players. We want us to sign players. Unfortunately, we're not doing it at the moment. We're not doing it. And we're not showing intent in the market. We're not showing that we want to be successful on the football pitch, unfortunately. Okay. Ephraim. Let me just remove that. Ephraim, Sal, is there any surprise players who you think it will be introduced to the first team? I could say a first team player. I could say a couple of youth players. I think Ibrahimov is a great player. I think he could be linked to the first team very soon. Absolutely. I think Tyler Fletcher. I mean, we got a good conveyor belt of young players at Man United at the moment. That's what we have to remember. Are they good enough to play in the Premier League at the moment? Probably not. Mantata, I think, will come into the team. I think Mantata will come into the team. I think I was very impressed with Mantata during the Hong Kong and Asian All-Stars friendlies. I think I was very impressed with that. I think Mantata could come into the team, and I would welcome that. Absolutely. Steve, Sal, with all the time it's taken for Mbeumo purchase in installments, have we got any money after this, or is delaying? No, Man United have got money for a striker and Mbeumo. That is what the fact is, Steve. I've heard that from the beginning. Man United have got money for Mbeumo and a striker. Okay, after that, Man United need to sell. This is what the news is, what I'm hearing, okay? But the sooner Man United sell, the better, right? So Man United could be comfortable within the market and buy a striker and offer the money that the teams are going to be offering. Because getting a striker through the door is going to be very difficult. It's going to be taking time. Just like this Mbeumo deal, right? It's going to take time, isn't it? It's going to take time, sadly. Big up Jacob the Walker. Big up Steve. Big up Jacob the Walker. Are you watching the Women's Euros this year? England are doing well. England are very good. I wouldn't expect anything less than a victory for England this time, Jacob. I think England women's team are absolutely phenomenal, and I think that they could win this tournament again. I do believe that, they are paving the way when it comes to international football, and I think they're doing very well, and I wish them the best of luck. Will I be doing a watch-along? Maybe if they get to the semi and the final, Jacob, I might do a watch-along for that. Maybe if that happens, I will be doing it. It is exciting to see a successful English side, isn't it, at the end of the day? So, why not? Thank you for coming on, Jacob, you legend. Selling to buy the biggest joke Glazers and Ineos are made up by makers think small team. Exactly, Ephraim. Manipulation. What happens when you sack 200 people? We got no money. We must have no money. They're sacking all these people. It's manipulating. This is what billionaires do. They manipulate. They manipulate. They make it out that they've got no money. A rich man, and I've known many rich people, guys, right? In my time, they always tell me one thing. A rich man will never tell you he's rich. Never tell you he's rich, right? A rich man would never do that. They will tell you they're broke, got no money, it's broke. So expensive. So this. And that's what they do. And they will go as far as sacking people. They'll go as far as sacking people to give the illusion that they've got no money. That's what they do. Can you believe it, Simon? Absolutely. Ephraim. Can you believe it? This is the kind of thing that they do. Absolutely crazy. Edward, big up Edward. Baz, what's going on, my friend? Can Brentford let Wizard and Mbeumo to leave in the same time order? Yeah, I've seen it happen before. One thing is that don't think that just because someone is after Wizard that they're going to get Wizard before we get Mbeumo. I think, Edward, that it could be the race between who gets who first. It's going to be difficult, guys, to be honest with you. With Brentford, and if players want to leave, they want to leave. You can't keep them against their will. They have to leave, regardless who they are. They have to replace them, don't they? If Man United don't get Mbeumo, which I think we will get Mbeumo, but if we don't get Mbeumo, it'll be an absolutely disgrace, guys. It'll be disgrace. There will be an emergency meeting on my stream, guys. An emergency meeting. There will be a very, very serious meeting on this stream coming up if we do not get Mbeumo. Absolutely ridiculous. I will be going all out on them, guys. I'm looking forward to the new stadium that Man United are building for the 2035. I think it shouldn't be a priority, Jacob. I think Man United should concentrate what's on the pitch at the moment. But yeah, big up, my friend. Stephanie, get the Glazers to pay off their greedy disciples. Big up, Sal, your legend. I mean, Stephanie, can you believe it, right? Can you believe this, right? We're the only football club, right, who get a transfer offer from like Juventus for one of our players, yet we still have to pay off our players to leave. Where do you ever hear that? Where do you ever hear that? You know, Juventus want Sancho, right? But yet we still have to pay off Sancho. It just doesn't make sense, does it? Where does this happen at any other football club? What is with this incompetence? Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Big up, Stephanie. Sal, just confirming, we'll be getting money for Chelsea for Sancho and Newcastle for Elanga. We got money for Sancho already, Steve. Yeah, we got 5 million from him. Half of that went towards Mason Mount. And the other 5 million will probably go towards Sancho. There we go. Now we're at 2.5 million in the red. I mean, I don't know how they do it, guys. I don't know how they could be as this incompetent. I really can't. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it, to be honest with you. It makes me annoyed. I was sitting there thinking today, right? I was sitting there thinking, I was going like, you know what? Elanga's gone to Newcastle, you know, and, Zubimendi's gone to Arsenal. How comes when they leave a football club, their football club don't have to pay the player off? But every time a player leaves Man United, we have to pay them off. Mad, isn't it? I miss being on here. It's been ages, man. I missed you too, Jacob. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully we could be a bit more positive as the time goes on, guys. We could be a bit more positive, guys. Absolutely. Hopefully. I hope we are. You know what I mean? Because at the moment it isn't very positive in here. But, hopefully it does get better, of course. Steph. Tight as a duck's, what is the old expression of people stingy with their money? Yeah, that is, and I've seen this a lot in rich people, Stephanie. Some of the most generous people I've ever met, and some of them are over here in Italy, guys. I've got family here and stuff like that as well. Some of the most generous people I've ever met, right, are people without money. Without money. Some of the most stingy people I've met, especially being 20 years in the music industry as well, are the people with money, are the rich people. You would go into a restaurant, they would never put their hand in their pocket. You know what I mean? They're like that. And that is what Jim Ratcliffe is. Baz, do you think you need central midfielder and centre back? Yeah, absolutely, Edward. Man United need a lot. Man United need a midfielder, Man United need a right back, Man United need a goalkeeper, Man United need number 10, Man United need a striker. That's what Man United need, to be fair. Man United need 5 or 6 players. In only. When you think about the players leaving as well, that's another story as well, isn't it? Man United need a lot of players, mate. Absolutely, Edward. Big up, everyone. 190 likes. Come on, guys. Smash the like buttons. Come on, guys. Don't be cruel, because I would never be that cruel to you. Bobby Brown, isn't it? Absolutely. Don't forget to smash the likes, guys. It's very, very important. Guys, smash the blimmin' likes, guys. If you guys can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fabulous. As Dawn French, is it Dawn French once said, smash a like? She didn't say smash a like, but she did say, absolutely fabulous, guys. Edward, Baz, don't you think Man United, we need a central holding midfielder and one centre-back to help Yolo and Maguire? Yeah, I do think that, Baz. I do. We've got, obviously, Casemiro. We've got Ugarte in that position. I do believe we need more legs. We need more competition in that place. I would love Edison. I would love a player like that. I would love Walton. I would love a player like that. But my heart of hearts is thinking right now that I'm thinking on the basis of what is going on in this transfer window. At the moment, I don't think we got a leg to stand on now in regards to what we're going to be going for, who we're going to be going for. I just think like we're taking it one step at a time. And signing Mbeumo, and then we're going to move on to the striker, and that's going to take ages, and then we're going to move. I think we're going to run out of time, guys, and I think this is a technique that they're using at the moment. This is a technique that Ineos are using to buy time to get to. So they just dilute the time. So when it gets to the end of the transfer window, they're like, darn, we got no time left. We run out of time. Oh man, we run out of time. Just when we were going to be going after the midfield position. Just when we were going to go for that, we ran out of time. That's what I think they're doing, mate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Hello, Jacob the Walker. Big up everyone. Big up Jacob the Walker. Ephraim, our owners are not good. Their fans will be fooled by stadium news. And I'll be honest, the stadium, yeah, look, you know what? At the end of the day, moving from Old Trafford is heartbreaking, and I don't advocate it. If we had the Qatar, we would have stayed at Old Trafford, guys. I think moving from Old Trafford is a mistake. I'm going to say it right now. I think moving from Old Trafford is our saviour. I think moving from Old Trafford is wrong. I think what we need to be doing right now is concentrating what is going on the football pitch. The most important thing that we need to be doing right now is concentrating what is going on the football pitch, not what's going on about a vanity project. We're going to be walking towards the right decision. We're not going to run towards the walk decision. So why are we running towards a stadium right now when we don't have a bloody football club to play in that stadium? You know, at the end of the day. So why are we doing that? Isn't that a contradiction slightly? You know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Does drive me mad. It really does. Okay, let me just answer this. Steph, deep pocket, short arms, Tyrannosaurus Rex syndrome. Exactly. They're a bunch of Tyrannosaurus Rexes walking around with short arms. You know what I mean? Or they're doing the Michael Jackson dance. Or was it no. Is it Backstreet Boys? Everybody, rock your body. Can't fit in my pocket because I can't get them. Everybody, rock your body right. Backstreet's back. All right. Absolutely. That is exactly what they're doing. They ain't got no arms. They got no legs, probably as well. I got no arms. Stephen Reed in the mother. Absolutely, guys. Look, you know what I would say, right? These guys. I mean. Honest to God, I've lost words for them. But they're going to get it from me this year. Hi, Steve. Hello, England. Hello, England. Big up. Is coming out the theatre next year. Edward, you would like that as well. Hello. Yeah, I haven't heard about it. I will check it out. Big up, Jacob the Walker. Jean-Philippe Mateta. They should sign him. Spot on, Kevin. Thank you for mentioning that. Great name in this channel because I believe so. I believe he's the only one who can come in and make a difference right now in regards to who's available. Big up, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Paul, it's been more than a month and we still haven't signed, and we still only signed one player. I have no hopes. Big up, Paul. Ephraim, come on, people. Smash the like, subscribe button on that. Great show. Thank you so much, Ephraim. Big up yourself. Absolutely. Big up. Yeah, Edward Steve, Premier League finished now till the 9th of August, I think. Big up, Jacob. Stephen Griffith, 38 likes. There you go. Big up. Big up, Jacob. We got to laugh, innit? You can either laugh while you still got teeth, or you can cry. You know what I mean? That's all you can do at the moment. You know, at the moment, I'll just laugh it off and make fun of them. I like making fun of Ineos. I like making fun of Jim Ratcliffe. I do. You know what I mean? Because they are Tyrannosaurus Rex syndrome. You know what I mean? The dinosaurs didn't actually die. We spotted the Tyrannosaurus Rex at Old Trafford. There's a guy, he calls himself Jim. He can't get his hands in his pockets. Wait. He can't get his hand in his pocket. This is what they do, guys. This is Ineos. Inidros. That's what I'm going to call them. Inidros. Don't test me, Ineos. Inidros. You know what I mean? Paul. I don't know why Ineos are so not pumping money, because they don't want to. They want that regeneration project. Hell no, I don't get no plane. They're getting on that generation project. They don't want to spend any money. Hell no. Absolutely. But Edward, I read somewhere that Calvert-Lewin was linked to United free transfer. Can he work alongside? Absolutely not. Edward, Baz? No. He's missed 1,000 games in the last 5 years, Baz. 1,000 nearly. You know? Do you want me to show you something about... Guys, let's just clarify Calvert-Lewin, okay? Let's just Calvert-Lewin. And people think I'm just saying it for the sake of saying it. I do my research, guys. Let's clarify Calvert-Lewin. And let's look at Calvert-Lewin's old injury record, shall we? Right, let's do this. So, let's look at Calvert-Lewin now. Injury record, guys. So, we're going to go into Calvert-Lewin's injury record. Okay, here we are. Kaboom! Bish, bash, bush. Here we go. Right. This is Calvert-Lewin's injury record. I'm going to bring it up. 1 second. I'm going to bring it all the way up. Where are we? If we can get there. If I can find it. Here we go. So here we go. So Calvert-Lewin injury record. Look how many pages, guys. Look how many pages. So he's total missing, right? In 2004, 2025, last season, he missed 110 games. 110 days. 110 games he missed last season. The season before, he missed 51 days. The season before that, he missed 223 days. The season before that, he missed 145 days. The season before that, he missed 34 days. Before that, 27 days. Before that, 69 days. Before that, 55 days. Are we actually being serious? Guys, this guy, look at his injury record. Look at his injury record. Look, hamstring, 100 days. Ankle injury, 10 days. Ill, 7 days. Broken cheekbone, 26 days. Fitness, 18 days. Hamstring, 22. He's got a big hamstring problem, guys. Massive hamstring problem. And we know what a hamstring problem is, isn't it? It's big problems, of course, guys. Calvert-Lewin's not the guy, guys. Absolutely not. Calvert-Lewin, guys, it'd be absolutely insane in a membrane to get Calvert-Lewin. Absolutely. Jason, what do you not expect? The club broken, got no money. If you see the vision, what we work to, what's the point of watching darts? Man United do have money, Jason. Don't fall for that old chestnut. They do. They're manipulating you, mate. Don't fall for that. Only smart people know, mate. I can't believe the most important... can I ask you, what happened to the 4 billion left that he was going to buy Chelsea with? I can't believe that the most important transfer window in a long time is becoming a disaster. I can't believe what it be challenging to a totally different system and can't even back the manager up there. We don't have to wait. Hopefully they do back him. Hopefully something happens and something materializes, and it has to very, very quickly, of course, guys. Steve, Sal, I think next season we're going to have to learn how to laugh during a match day, Sal, because, we had a lot of pain last season on the match watch-along, Steve, didn't we? Jacob, Man United haven't got enough money for more signings now, need to make more profit. Let me tell you something, Jacob. Man United have got money. I'll just tell you that. Man United have got money. I know for a fact they got money. They're lying, manipulating you. Just remember that. They're manipulating you. They've got money. They rejected 100 million for Bruno. I don't want to hear they got no money. I don't want to hear that. They've got money in the pocket. They just don't want to spend it. That's it. I wish 1958 done a real protest, not walk on the stadium signings and songs and holding banners and all that on that ground and feel it. We need to stop. Absolutely, Alex. We want Glazers out. We want Glazers out. It's a glorified chant. It's nothing. It's not going to affect them. I've said that for many times. That's not going to affect their pockets. That's not going to affect anything. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they need to be more ruthless. The protests need to be more aggressive. Will they do it though? Will they empty stadiums? Jacob, Man United should sign Joe Bellingham, Jude Bellingham's younger brother. Jude should go to Liverpool or to... Joe Bellingham's just signed for Borussia Dortmund, Jacob. Just signed for Borussia Dortmund. Ineos Glazers out. Big up, Stephen. Absolutely. They have kangaroo arms with shiny. Absolutely, Ephraim. Big up. Evening, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining me today. Guys, look, it's going to be a bad one, isn't it? It's going to be a mad couple of months. It's going to be very toxic going on at Man United at the moment. It's going to be mad thing, as we say, But one thing I hope, guys, is that, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. And I hope, for our sakes, that we get some players in. I think Mbeumo will come in. Do I think anything will happen? I don't think anything else will happen until August. Once Mbeumo's through the door, we're going to have the pre-season. And you know what our owners like to do? This is the problem, right? Our owners like to go to the tours. Our owners don't like working. They like the glamorous lifestyle. They like the caviar and all the little sweet stuff that comes with the tours and staying in 5-star hotels and things like that. That's what our ownership like. They don't want to work. They're going to be at the tour. You're going to see Barada at the side of the pitch against, our first game of the season against Leeds United. Oh, we're working on something. We're confident we can get something done. Blah, blah, blah. That is exactly what they're going to be doing. Rather than working, they're going to be talking. You know what I mean? Ephraim, Sal, can you express the Glazers Ineos in words? Sal, I can't express it, otherwise I'll be banned, Ephraim. If I expressed the Glazers in words, I would be banned from YouTube forever. I would. it's been 20 years of my life, you know what I mean, talking about these guys. 20 years I've been talking about them. You know, and when we had a respite, when we had a break and a potential takeover, and they're finally going to leave the football club, old Werther's original sucking Jim Ratcliffe comes along and gets his little vanity project in. Sal, we have to slap the Glazers. Here we are. We're going to slap the Glazers. Absolutely, guys. I'm going to get this one up for you. We are going to slap the Glazers, guys. Absolutely.
Come closer. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
I don't know. What is the sound of one?
You know what? It needs a double whammy in it. You know what we need to tell the Glazers and EOS?
Fuck off.
Exactly. Precisely that. We need to get rid of them and tell them to
fuck off.
That's what we need to do, guys. Get rid of the Ineos. Get rid of the Glazers. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. You know what? Losing to Tottenham. Getting Tottenham. I mean, goodness me.
Do you know Tottenham? What? Tottenham Hotspur?
Topspur?
No.
What's that?
you never heard of them?
No?
You got to laugh, innit, guys? You got to laugh. You're going to have a laugh or cry, guys. You're going to have a look at it. But we need to go out there and we need to make a difference, guys, don't we?
Morning, lads. Just on my way to burn Old Trafford down and get them Yank bastards out, you gets me. Job done, lads. They will never take me alive.
Got away, lads. That was some motherfucking running by me, you gets me. Anyway, fuck the Glazers.
You gotta laugh, guys. Guys, thank you for joining me. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys, please. And make sure that you are got your notifications on. Get your notifications on and we can go from there, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today, guys. You're absolute legends. Don't forget to subscribe, like I said, please, guys. And don't forget to smash a like on the video. Let's get to as many likes as possible, guys, and let's get to as many subscribes as possible. If we could possibly do that, that'd be great, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget, I'm back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. I'm also going to be live. If anything breaks, guys, I will be live, guys, for you guys. Live in the flesh, guys, absolutely. But you know what? One thing I would say, we got each other. We got each other. We're in the same boat. And that's one thing I would say, guys. We are in the same boat together and we're suffering together. Let me tell you that right now. And I hope to bring you guys some good news very, very soon, guys. I really do hope that will happen very soon, guys. Have a great evening, great night, great morning, wherever you are in the world. You absolute legends. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox, by the way. Chatterbox. Let me just read through. Big up Beef Bully. Big up everyone who's joined me, guys. Have a great night. Take it easy. I'll see you soon. Peace.